Okay, so as you can see here, everything's done. And let me go back to my media. You can see all the spots where I cut out content and trying to keep it interesting and not boring. I've cropped it so you can no longer see all my notifications or everything above. It's just the screen of my iPad. And once I'm done, you're going to hit this upper button. And if you already have a YouTube channel, you can save it to YouTube. Otherwise, you want to save it to a file. I'm going to go ahead and save it to YouTube. And since I already have a YouTube account, if you haven't set that up already, it's going to ask you to sign in the first time you do this. And then you clearly want to change this. You don't want all of them to be titled My Movie 4, My Movie 12. That's silly. So I'm going to change this to Integration by Substitution, Natural Log Example. And then I'll think of a more in-depth description later. If you leave it blank, it will not let you. The next button is grayed out, but all I have to do is hit the spacebar once, and now it lets me. And this took me a while to notice. If you don't go here and delete this tag, all your videos will be tagged with iMovie, and I really don't care for that. Often I just leave them blank. I've started to just write in the topic, so this is calculus, and I'll leave it like that. Category is education. Let me snooze that. Category is education, and I leave the privacy to private until I've gone back into YouTube to make some changes. Then I hit next. And then once I go here, let me go to Safari. Here's my YouTube channel, and I'm going to refresh it. You can see a bunch of videos come up. Once my video is up on YouTube, I can go ahead and click details, and that'll take me here. And this is where I write in my description. This is where I write in my title. You always want to change the thumbnail. I tend to use a program called Graphic, which you might not have purchased, so ignore that. We can just use Microsoft Word. You can take a screenshot of your title. What if I put, the name is Integration by Substitution. I'm going to center that, and then I try to be consistent in my font choice, and I would suggest you do that as well. So if you notice, if you go back to my channel, let me get out of this video. So right here, if you go back, besides some home movies I make, all my videos seem pretty consistent. There is a theme right there as far as the titles all looking similar, and I really like that consistency. So let's go back to Microsoft Word, and I'm going to use the same font that I always use on my titles. There it is. And then you can take a screenshot. I would save that screenshot as a JPEG. I am not going to go into how to save that now, but if you're struggling with screenshots, I would just go ahead and Google and type in how do I take a screenshot on, and then add in whatever device you're using. I'm going to just focus on the YouTube management and video editing here. So once that is done, I can go here and hit that little pencil button to edit the details. And when I upload it, initially they're always private, and here's where you change the visibility. So I'll change that from private to public, and then click done. And then I can add it to a playlist, and playlists are great. I'm going to go into playlists a bit more in a different video. So I put it in the correct playlist, hit done, and then you can go here. Normally, if you don't add a thumbnail, it's going to pick any thumbnail, and that just, personally, I think that looks messy. So I would make sure you create your own consistent thumbnails. I already have one that I've created, but I can always change it and go and find something else on my computer if I don't like it. All right, and then the last thing I want to talk about here is cards. So if I want to add cards, and cards are great, oh my goodness. Normally on YouTube, they're like advertisements you see pop up, but I use them to link students to videos I've made with related content. So say we're here in the video, and say I don't think my students know how to change or what's secant and cosine. They don't know how to convert from secant to cosine or vice versa. And I made a video, and I really didn't. I'm saying this is what would be going through my head. And let's say I made a video yesterday that touches on this topic. I would go here to videos, and it'll show me stuff I made. So I'm going to pretend this is the one. Yeah, right there. This is the video. And my custom message is going to be definition of secant theta. And so now when I hit save, look at that. That little thing is going to come up in the corner of the video, and I'm going to have to remove that because really that's that's not what I want. So now when I go to YouTube, let me mute this so you don't hear me talking over all of myself. So now when I go through, you can see this little spot. That's where the card is going to come up. So it's coming up. This, and then when students click on it, they can go and see watch it. So that is what I use cards for, and I love it. But then students can go ahead and see, wait, I don't know how to do this. I'm going to go look at this video on how to do this and then come back here. Well, I hope this video was helpful. I think that's all I wanted to talk about as far as YouTube goes. Yep, and then of course here's your link if you want to embed this into Canvas. Copy it, it'll copy it to your clipboard. Then when you go in Canvas, you can just embed the video.